I've already started my career mode, and I've already got to Spain, and I thought I'd make a video on it because I haven't made a video on anything in ages. So we're going to Carthink today. We're going to be racing on the Spain track. This is the practice session 1 now, and we're going to be doing it up to the race. So let's get into it then. So as you can see, it's raining, which is unlucky. Let's get out on the track then. I might not talk for a while, that's because I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, yes. My engine is very weighed down. Not quite a big loss in power, to be honest, no. I had to change, I'm on my second gearbox already because the old one didn't even work. It literally did not come out of first gear, so I've had to swap. And if you didn't know, these components of the engine, they all wear from pretty much different things. The MG UK wears from using the rich fuel mix, which makes the car faster, but it actually wears that part of the engine down, which can result in problems selecting the rich mix so that you can't use it. And since the rich mix makes you faster, you won't be able to use it. And plus in qualifying, it'll make you slower. Right guys, you just have to do something there. Right. Yeah, as I was saying, MG UK wears from using rich mix, and it results in problems selecting rich mix. The ES or NG store, that wears from using lean mix because there's too much fuel in the car, so that it overloads it and it wears it, and then that results in problems selecting lean mix. And lean mix uses less fuel than standard, but it's slower, and sometimes it will wear the ES/energy store, and it can wear your engine. The CE or the control electronics, they wear from driving on uneven surfaces such as curbs, grass, things like that, and gravel. And the ICE stands for internal combustion engine. That wears from excessive revving, which I think I might have a problem with because I do push the cars very hard in this game because I'm just a very aggressive driver. And if that wears, it results in a reduction in power. The MGUH wears from overheating, and if that is weighed down, it can result in further overheating problems, which can also lead to reduction in power slash possibly the car breaking down. The TC slash turbochargers, they wear just based on distance covered, and if they also result in a reduction in power. Oh, let's skip there. And the gearbox just wears from using it. Since I use the automatic gears, I can't actually control how much it's being weared down. I'm not very good at manual. I can do it, but I'm not very good at it. And yeah, that's how the engine works, to be honest. And you can see this is how I use Rich Mix, which makes the car faster but uses more fuel and damages the engine. I don't want to do that. Yeah, and then you've got Lean Mix, which uses less fuel, but the car has too much energy in it, so it damages the engine as well. So it's best to just use standard unless you run out of fuel. Then you can go to Lean, and then it will use less fuel, and then you can slowly gain up the fuel, and you could possibly finish the race slash whatever the hell you're doing. And Rich, obviously you can use that if you're in an overtaking attempt, but make sure you don't use it too much because it wears the engine and you'll use more fuel than expected. Bloody hell, it's too much bloody rain. I'm just going to return to the garage here. We have set a time in third. I'm not going to do this in the rain, so I'm going to accelerate time here. I think the track I'm best on in this game is probably Melbourne, because I've almost broke the real life world record on that track, and that record was set by Michael Schumacher. It's a 1 minute 24.1, and I can set a 1 minute 24.4. But the actual world record in the game is not by me, it's by an online player, and it's 1 minute 19, which is pretty good. And this is, just in case you don't know, this, what the flip, I did terrible in that. I am crap in the rain. What was I saying now? I've actually forgot.
That concludes an interesting practice session.
Oh, that ain't fair, I got 2 conditions. Intermediates. Right, then I'm not going to do practice 2. I am going to just skip to qualifying. Looks like Red Bull want me the most by quite a lot. I am leading in the points, and we're leading the constructor points. Bloody hell, man. I might have to eventually start to use different parts. As you can see, we've got 4 allocated for us without using a penalty. But with a gearbox, if you haven't completed the mandatory 6 races with it, you get a grid drop penalty for changing your gearbox. As you can see, I've only completed 3 races with the old gearbox, but that one doesn't work anymore, so I could not use that one anymore, and I was forced to change it. And yeah, as you can see, we can request additional components for the engine and the car, but this will result in a penalty like the gearbox, how if you change it without doing the mandatory races. But this, it doesn't matter how many races you do. If you need another one, you get a penalty anyway. because you're only allowed 4 engines, but obviously they're not just going to let you retire from the championship. That would pretty much be unfair. As you can see, we're pretty much tied with Ferrari in the performance charts here. And just had to do something again then. As you can see, I have upgraded the general wear of the car, so it increases it by 10%. I've also upgraded the powertrain. I've done these, which make it so I need less resource points to upgrade things in the powertrain. Because you can see, this minor upgrade costs 600. I've almost got it down to half. So a minor upgrade would usually be 1000 resource points, but since I have reduced it by 40%, it's now only 600. And yeah, I'm trying to upgrade the powertrain and the durability first, because I need the durability, otherwise the car will literally use too many parts and I'll get too many penalties throughout the season and so on. And I'm trying to use the powertrain because Mercedes have the best powertrain and they're not very good in other areas such as aerodynamics and chassis. And I'm trying to keep the powertrain the best, and plus it has the least upgrades in it. It'll be the easiest to do. And if I get a good amount of upgrades in the powertrain, that will make the car have more power, obviously, because it's called powertrain. And yeah, I don't have enough resource points to get anything right now. But after I've done powertrain, I'll probably do chassis, which is like weight reduction and tyre wear and just the mass of the vehicle and how the mass is distributed across the car and just the body of the car, really. And then I'll probably do the aerodynamics, unless that is actually becoming a problem for me. Because as you can see, this one's got the most upgrades out of all of them. These are just first driver bonuses, as you can see, first driver bonus. So I'm going for powertrain first. I'm getting this one next, and then I'm probably going to go for, I don't know. These all cost 500, so let me just do maths quick. This costs 3,500 to upgrade all the durability in all of the parts, and also you've got these as well. So yeah, this will take quite long to get and satisfactory amount of that, so I'm not really going to attempt with that. I'm just going to mainly attempt with just the powertrain and just making sure that Mercedes keep the best powertrain. And then when I get to about here, and I've got to that upgrade, and I've got either there or there. So when I've got 1, 2, 3, 4/5 upgrades, I'll start to work on either durability or chassis or aerodynamics. I don't really have a plan at the moment. I'm just trying to upgrade everything the most I can, and it's actually quite hard because it's quite hard to earn resource points. Because you only get 275 from doing every single practice program in a practice session, and there's 5 of them, and that would actually take the whole of a practice session, which is about half an hour, and that is quite a bit of time, to be honest. And I don't really want to have to wait that long. And since this video is about the practice and the race, I'm gonna get going again. So yeah, we're gonna skip to the qualifying. Hopefully it'll be dry in the qualifying, and yeah. Alright, so we're gonna skip this and advance to qualifying.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are Raikkonen,
Let's just hope it's going to be drawing the qualifying and the race now.
Hi, how are you? I'm just passing on your qualifying goals for this weekend.
Let's go to the first qualifying then.
Today's qualifying session is about...
Let's see what lap we can get here. And then let's just check the setup, see what I've got. Cause I didn't really get to customise it in the first practice session, which is usually the only one I do anyway out of the three, because practice does get a bit boring. And plus it was raining, so I couldn't really do much. But for now I'm just going to keep it unbalanced. Yeah, I think this is enough, you know. You know what? Which ones do I have? I'll just use this one because I've already got this one. Exactly the same as the one I actually need.
Right, I'll get these changes made.
Alright then, looks like it's only going to let me use the harder compounds. So yeah, we're going to have to use soft because that's the fastest one we got here. Let's start on the lap then. Two flying there. I haven't actually managed to do a good lap on this track yet. Plus because it was wet and it was cloudy and everything, I couldn't see much. I actually did get to this in my previous career mode. Looks like that's what we're going to beat, 1 minute 26 with Ricardo. Just got that. And he's not even the best driver. What we really have to look out for like the best times, is what Kimi Raikkonen gets. Because he's usually about second. And as you can see, as I said, rich fuel mix does do a bit of damage to the engine in the car. In qualifying, there's actually a mode that's even faster than rich, and it's like maximum fuel intake that's even possible in the car. And it makes the car very fast, but it uses a lot of fuel and it damages the MG UK even more than rich, which is bad, and this is why I try to only ever use rich / max in qualifying, because that's when I need the best times. In the race I don't need it as much. Oh, it's one out there. I always spin out on that corner. Oh my god. Can't get any grip. I don't really like this track, to be honest. P3 then. Right then. what we're gonna get. We were 1 second slower than first. So what do we need? 1 minute 25. I think that's what we need. I'm probably going to release another video today after the race on the next track. I think the next one's Monaco, which is a very tough track. It's a street circuit, it doesn't have many straights. It's mainly corners and you have to have pretty much maximum downforce on your car. And it's a very tough circuit, and by that I mean a very tough circuit. Even I struggle on it and I'm actually very good at this game. Since I've had pretty much 8 years, almost 8 years experience with cars / Formula 1. Because I've had every game since Formula 1 2010. One second. 9! Bloody 9. Wait, what? I don't know what I'm saying today. $9,500 of a second. Because as you can see, I only use the racing line on corners only. Because there is an option in this game to turn assist on or off, and you can optimise them and customise them to however you want them. So it can pretty much make the game perfect to the way you play the game and how easy you want it to be, and how you can just customise it however you want it, to be honest. Looks like I can't get first in this one. This isn't the one that matters. As long as I get higher than 15th in this one, it doesn't matter. It's only qualifying 3 that actually gives you position for the race. Because there is knockout, basically. So you only go through to qualifying 2 if you make it through. If you go faster than 15th. And then qualifying 2, you have to be faster than 10th to not be knocked out, and if you're knocked out, that's your position for the race. But if you make it to the other qualifyings, you can have another go at setting a faster lap and possibly getting a better place to start in the race. Go on, we might set fastest here. There we go. Return to the garage now. You can save the tyres now. Look at that. Accelerate timing. See if anyone can get a faster time. I don't think they will, to be honest. Yeah, we got first. Yeah. Right, so now we're in qualifying 2. I'm actually not going to push the car as hard as I want to in this session because I've only got to get to 10th. So I'm just going to try and coast towards the corners to save the tyres and save fuel and whatever. So I'll probably still be able to get into the next qualifying session without trying that hard because I don't really need to. So if I only need to get 10th and I usually get first, like 4th and higher, then that means that I don't really need to push as much. Let's say if I usually got about 7th, I'd try and push just to get a better position. Because you can see obviously the objective is to get 3rd, but I'm gonna break it. Oh god, I didn't know. Forgot to coast then. Just gonna not accelerate as much because I don't really need to push the car. I'm gonna go wide on the corner so there's less strain on the tyres. And I'm actually gonna try and not brake as much. This will also save the brakes so I don't have damage done to the brakes. Otherwise I'll struggle in the corners in the race and in future races. I'm already 2 seconds slower, that doesn't really matter anyway because I only need to get 10th. Obviously I'd like to complete the objective though, so I'm just going to push the car for the next lap and then I'll just come in. Oh goodness. Just going to push the car as long as I can now. Could have been like 3 seconds faster at least. Still haven't got 3rd. I'll have to push even harder. Going first, only got 1 minute. Oh wait, yeah, I'm 2nd off. Oh, for God's sake. put that one on max. The other one's standard. Third. That's good enough for me now. All we need to do is get that position. I'm in fourth now. Could be teammate. I'm alright with it though. Now this one, this qualifying is the one that matters. This is the one that actually qualifies our position in the race. The actual annoying thing about this is that it's not going to let me use ultra soft tyres. The soft tyres are the best we get in here. So we're just going to push the car as much as possible. I actually don't. Oh, I'm not going to be able to set a very good lap now. With no rich mix, when you literally always use it in qualifying. I don't really care as long as I start in the top 8. I'm fine with it then. As long as I can get to about, as long as I can get on the podium, I'm fine with it. It's actually starting to rain, so we need to get a good lap in quick. I don't think we're going to be able to beat that time of Vettel there. As I said, as long as we start in the top 8, I'm not fussed. I'm actually a second slower than first. I might end up starting 10th, to be honest. So what time that was? P4, good enough. Turn to garage because I can't be bothered to drive into the pits for another lap. I'm in 6th again already. Right, for us to be 8th, which is the minimum, 126. Exactly 100 hundredths seconds faster than Perez is thingy. Well, actually, look, 7. Well. Yeah, so let's accelerate the time and just hope that we don't get a bad position. Except for the race then, we were going to start in 6th, last race in Russia, and still won it.
It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand
The
Prix
reason that
itself
happened when I was
gets
sixth
underway.
in that one, I qualified in first, but I had a grid drop penalty for using a different gearbox. So we're on the race now. This is the big thing. The one that earns us points. I think we may have won the rivalry now. No, we haven't. We needed 2 more points with that. See our goals for the race then.
Hi, it's Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
5th or higher. Beat Lewis Hamilton, alright then. Let's go to the race then. Oh good. Components at critical wear, what's that? The ICE, we've literally ran out of power to be honest. That's on 92% wear. I might just set them all to 90% wear on that as well. I can put a new part for everything. I don't know how long it takes for going into a new part. No, it doesn't matter. We're going into a different session. So we're on the second one. On the 5th race, there's 20 races, so we should be able. If I'm doing my math right, we should be on the. We should be almost at the end of the 4th on the 20th race in Abu Dhabi. It's pretty good then. But gearbox, is the gearbox fine? Yeah, it's only 37% wear, that on it gonna do anything. Let's go to the race then.
What does the Spanish Grand Prix have in store for us today, I wonder? I hope we see some tight wheel-to-wheel action down the main straight, circa Mansell and Senna way back in '91, or maybe we'll have a more strategic race here on a track where overtaking can be difficult. With that then, let's run through the grid.
Right, let's look at our strategy.
Let's push hard on the first few laps and move up a few places.
It's going to be a 17 lap race. Let's go then. Lights out, let's go! Got some overtaking to do here. This is a very good start. Oh god, look at that. Ah! Where am I supposed to go? God, flipping obviously mad. Lost 3 positions already. I can't overtake anyone, there's too many cars. Oh wait, I found the outside. Back in 6th. Got 5 cars to overtake. Ooh, that was close. Right, so we've managed to get to the podium. We'll push for first again now. Getting really close to Raikkonen. We are catching up with him. He started on the mediums, we started on softs, we've got faster tyres, and we've got a strong powertrain. We should be better on the straights. So we've managed to get second, to get Vettel now. If it wasn't for me, the Ferrari would be having a 1-2. Because Raikkonen and Vettel are both in Ferrari, and it looks like they are not getting it because they're splitting. They can get a 2-3, but they're not getting a 1-2. I'm going to get Vettel as well, hopefully. Oh, we've gone down the inside then. P1 already. Right, then we just got to hold on to the lead. The only thing I'm worried about now is the position we rejoin in after a pit. I'm just hoping that they go in at the same time I do. See the rich mix for a while then. We've got a new MG UK, so we're not gonna have any problems with rich mix, and may as well go faster. We've got a lap. We've got another lap of fuel. We may as well use that. Because we do need to increase the gap between me and Vettel. I am not very good at this track. This is probably the track I'm worst at, to be honest. So if I use a rich mix, I'll be able to go faster and hopefully increase the gap between me and Vettel, and then I'll have less of a risk going through the corners. past our whirl line there, nice. Oh god, flashback, I am not taking that. Slower through that corner. Spin out. So we might as well go into the pits now. Get mediums on, finish the race, and then I'm gonna worry about pits then. I think if I go in early, even though I'll rejoin in 8, all the people have to go in the pits, and then I'll just be able to overtake them. That's why it's good to go in pits early. But only if you have a good enough tyre with enough life to actually finish the race without either becoming too slow or having a risk of it getting a puncture from too much tyre wear. Looks like Vettel's coming in the pits with me as well. Yes, we get DRS now. No, my teammates in the pits. Swapping and rotating. I have no clue when Raikkonen's going in the pits or Verstappen. But we'll have to go in eventually. Oh god. Can I do another flashback please? Try my best not to have any damage to the car because I want to be able to finish the race without any damage. If I have damage to the car, that's going to make me slower. I want to try my best to get first to redeem myself through the qualifying, because in the qualifying, obviously I didn't qualify in the target position that the team just gave me. And that also brought down my reputation level with some of the teams. Hey, we're stuck into in the pits now. I have absolutely no clue when Raikkonen's doing in the pits. He should be in there now. I think Raikkonen had mediums on, so we might be able to go to about lap 12. We should be this lap, between this lap and lap 14 he should go in. Because you have mandatory tyres you have to change. You're actually not allowed to do a race without the pit stop. Another 7 laps to go. And we got first and then
Speculation around Hamilton. It seems like there's some kind of problem with the car.
Keeps spinning out on this part of the track.
Be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Oh my god, man, I don't like this track. Hamilton!
Green flag. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Disgusting, but all that otherwise, no. What the flip happened then? It didn't even let me brake. 16 and 17 have almost finished the race now. It's like Hamilton's back racing now. In last place. Pretty much 16th actually.
This is your final lap for the race. That's the second lap on the car behind.
And here we go, finish line.
And here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of that, guys, and put in that on Facebook.
Mercedes then are on top today.
Right then, guys, looks like we're going to end the stream here. And I will see you later.